5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is the Varla Eagle 1, reviewed by SpiderWayne.
Hey, Wayne here, and today I have the Varla Eagle 1 that Varla sent me to review. It can get up to speeds of 40 miles per hour, and we're going to check it out right now. Take a quick look inside. Everything looks great in there. Nicely packaged. Well done, Varla. Ta-da! All right, so here's the Varla Eagle 1 all put together. I think this is one of the best looking scooters I've ever seen. Make sure to keep watching for the seat install and my Eagle 1 ride. Both the front and rear tires are 10x3 with inner tubes. I'm going to swap them out for a better off-road experience with knobbier tires. That clamp I'm also going to swap out for a taller clamp for better grip. Okay, so shoving the down pull out of the way is our friendly handlebar, which has the grip, the bell, the brakes, the eco button, turbo button, single dual motor buttons, the ignition switch, the voltage meter, and the display. Here we're taking a look at the Zoom hydraulic disc brake along with the front red suspension arm. Now we're taking a look at one of the two springs as part of the dual suspension system on the Varla Eagle 1. To drive the 2,000 watt dual hub motors, it comes with a 52 volt 18.2 amp hour lithium battery. Now the reason there's two ports on there is that it comes with one charger, but you can buy a second charger. Now, charging time depends on how many chargers you're using. If you're using a single charge, then it's going to take 8 to 9 hours. And if you have two chargers, you're going to cut that in half to 4 to 5 hours. So here's a shot of the front of the scooter with the lights on. And I'm going to also show you a rear shot with the lights on that are in red. It looks great. Even during the day, you can see them. But I'm going to post another picture in a minute that's going to show you the scooter at night with both lights on, so stick around for that. So here's a visual for the display and voltage meter, both at day and night. And here we go with the day and night shot of the Varla Eagle 1. Okay, let's go over everything on the handlebars. So to start your scooter, you're going to want to turn this key to the right, and instantly you'll see your voltage meter pop on. I'm going to switch the camera angle to the display now. So once you have your key in the on position and the voltage meter is showing, go ahead and press and hold your power button. That'll turn on the display. Now if you need your lights on, just press and hold the mode button to turn them on. And from this display you can see it says gear setting or gear 1 right there. That's your power level. So you got 1, by tapping mode you can go to level 2, level 3. Being your fastest. On this display you will also see your speedometer, your odometer, and your battery power. So the odometer you can switch by tapping your power button. You can go from odometer to trip to the voltage meter again and back to the odometer. Okay, so also on the right hand side I have the throttle, my brake lever, and just so you know, the only reason this has popped up is to face the camera for this video. I normally have it laying flat so it's closer to the brake lever and I can ride like this. And then when I'm standing over it, I can see the display a lot better because of the height. Over on the left hand side of the handlebars, we have another brake lever, the bell, and these two buttons. Eco turbo button. Pressed in, you have eco mode. Left out, you have turbo mode. I personally like turbo mode, don't care too much for eco mode. Eco mode will take a lot of the power away, but that'll be fine for some people. I prefer turbo. Now on the red button, it's a single motor or dual motor. Pressed in gives you dual motor, and that will give you a lot of power, a lot of torque. Be careful on that mode. It's fun, it's fast. Pressing it again brings the button out. Now it's in single motor mode. That's a pretty decent mode. That'll get you around. It's still quick, but using the dual motors is really fast. So be careful with that. Okay, so Varla sent me a seat for the scooter. It's not perfect. I have to stick a shim under this to get it to raise a little bit higher in the center so that it'll grip on better. It may not be all of them, may just be this one, but that's what I have to do to get this thing to mount right on the scooter. It's pretty neat. The seat is adjustable and it has these marks here so you can remember where your setting is, your favorite setting. Tighten this back on here. It also has a spring in the stem, so while you're riding around, it's almost like floating on air. So I'm gonna put it together and we're gonna check it out. Well, I don't know if I'll leave this on for me. My sister broke her foot not all that long ago and still bothers her from time to time. So she saw this and said if it had a seat on it, that she might give it a try. So this might work for her. For me, I'd rather stand. But it's good to know that you could put a seat on it if you had to and still get around. Let's see how turns go with the seat on. Oh, I can make sharp turns with the seat on. Pretty neat. It's even easier to ride with the seat on. All right, so I picked a nice big wide open street to try this speed test. Well, here, let's try it from right here. Ooh, hope I didn't get a flat tire. All right. Whoa, I am definitely going against the wind. I'll go the other way so I'm not going against the wind so much and see if that helps. All right, nobody here. Big open wide street with nobody on it. Okay, wow, this thing wants to take off. Okay, let's go. Okay, as you can see, I managed to get up to 38 miles per hour. On this test run earlier in the day, I did 35 on a full charge, took it back, charged it up again, took it back out on this run and hit 38. Now, there were other days that I did hit 40, but I just wasn't filming on that day, so I can't show it to you. So it's been a little bit inconsistent, but what has been consistent is I can always reach between 35 and 38 miles per hour. Got plenty of power. This thing has got so much torque, it just takes off. The braking is really good. Boy, these inclines are just nothing for the scooter to handle. Super stable, high speeds. The tightening of the springs, I think, really did help that. Didn't over tighten or anything, just, you know, slight adjustment. Yeah. Too much fun. I've got to say, the week that I've had it, I've been loving it. It's a beast, 40 miles per hour, faster than any other scooter that I've owned or any e-bikes. The Pegasus, which comes in second, goes 28 miles per hour. If you want to see that review, you could click on the link above or down below. I just reviewed that recently, and I just gotta say, this thing, it flies. So let's sum it up real quick. It's got 10x3 tires. Now the tires, they did well off-road. I took it into some dirt and it handled pretty well. I haven't gotten any flats or anything, but I am planning to put on some knobby tires. So Varla has those tires too. I'm gonna put those on and see how that goes. The brakes are hydraulic ABS braking, and I gotta say those work really, really well. And the motor is 2,000 watt motors, and the battery is a 52 volt, 18.2 amp hour battery, lithium battery. Lots of power. Now you can get up to 40 miles on this per the website. It says per full charge. So, and on eco mode. Now, I don't like eco mode. There's just not enough power in eco mode for me. It's going to be plenty for some people, but I never use it. 40 miles per hour. A little note on that also is that you can do that on a full charge. Once the charge goes down, you won't reach that, but you'll still have plenty of power. Every time you engage the dual motors, this thing just takes off. So you gotta be careful. Your first ride, I suggest you do not use dual motors on your takeoff. You know, go ahead and be moving before you engage that. And when you do, be very careful, because no matter what speed you're going, when you engage that dual motor button, it throws you back a little bit. It's got a lot of torque. This scooter's just got a lot of torque, so be careful with that. This scooter can handle a 30-degree incline, so that's pretty steep. It'll hold up to, it has a payload of up to 330 pounds, but the suggested weight for it is 265. This scooter though, it is just fun to ride, no matter what pavement, what terrain you're on. And the suspension. So I want to talk really quick about the suspension. So yeah, it's got good bounce to it, but we tightened it up. A buddy of mine was riding it and suggested tightening it up a little bit just to make it a little more stable. And you know what? It worked. At higher speeds, it feels a lot more stable than it did once we tightened up the front and rear suspension. So as always, if you're thinking about getting a scooter, use my affiliate link, go grab yourself one, and I'll see you on the next one. So much fun. Yeah, 2 thumbs up. Love this scooter. Hands down, my favorite. Yes.